Alright guys, gals, friends, family, Steve Patton, General Patton, Bushcraft, back with you friends. I'm back out in the bush. And I got a super exciting video for you today. Season 11 of Alone has started. I'm a little bit behind the curve, friends, but I'll catch up. The first video is Meet the Cast. Stay tuned. Get out my notes, friends. I got the cast of season 11 of Alone. I'm gonna have on the upcoming videos, as I catch up in the next couple days, I'll have the location, all that information. I know it's in the Arctic Circle, but I'll give you the exact location. But today I wanted to give you the 10 contestants for Alone season 11, or the cast. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let me get my spectacles on. And please forgive me if I mispronounce your name or these names. I'm going to do the best I can. But this is the cast of Alone season 11. I think this, yeah, it looks like we got this in alphabetical order. First up, Peter Albano. He's 42 years old, from Castlegar, British Columbia, and he's a librarian. I'm going to tell you what his 10 items were that he brought. Number 1, sleeping bag. Number 2, a 2-quart pot. Number 3, a ferro rod. Number 4, bow and arrows. Number 5, fishing line and hooks. And number 6, snare wire. Number 7, a multi-tool. And number 8 was a saw. Number 9, paracord. And the 10th item that he chose to bring on season 11 was a shovel. All right, friends, number 2 on the cast is Dusty Blake, 36 years old, from 56, Arkansas, and he's a welder. Let me tell you his 10 items. First up, an axe. Number 2, a saw. 3, ferro rod. 4, multi-tool. The 5th item was fishing line and hooks. Number 6 was a paracord, a bunch of paracord with some different colors. 7 was a pot. It doesn't tell us what kind. And 8th item was snare wire. Number 9, bow and arrows. And number 10, sleeping bag. And those 10 items are going to be pretty standard, friends. All right, the third participant is a woman, Michela Carriere, or Michela. I'm not sure on the pronunciation, so please forgive me. Carriere. She is 34 years old, from Saskatchewan, Canada, and she is an adventure guide. Her 10 items, same as Dusty Blake: a sleeping bag, ferro rod, axe, multi-tool, assortment of paracord, bow and arrow, a 2-quart pot, snare wire. Oh, hold on a second. She brings a fish net. And number 10 was a saw. All right, friends, the 4th contestant on season 11, Alone season 11, is Timber Cleghorn, 35 years old, from Salem, Indiana, and he is a humanitarian aid worker. His 10 items, pretty standard: sleeping bag, 2-quart pot, ferro rod, axe, saw, multi-tool, bow and arrow, paracord, snare wire, fishing line and hooks. That's pretty much what everybody brought. All right, the 5th contestant, Cubby Hoover, 33 years old, from Seligman, Missouri, and he is a bowyer and a homesteader. His 10 items that he chose to bring: sleeping bag, 2-quart pot, ferro rod, paracord, multi-tool, bow and arrow, fishing line and hooks, snare wire, a saw, and an axe. Okay, friends, the 6th contestant is William Larkham Jr., 49 years old, from Happy Valley, Goose Bay, Labrador, and he's a fisherman. The 10 items that he chose to bring are sleeping bag, axe, saw, a knife, 2-quart pot, ferro rod, snare wire, fishing line and hooks, paracord, and he also chose to bring a fishing net. He's a fisherman, friends. All right, the 7th contestant on season 11 of Alone is Jake Messenger, 42 years old, from Fremont County, Idaho. You know, Idaho produces a lot of good bushcrafters. All right, he's a professional falconer. Pretty interesting. Okay, his 10 items: axe, saw. He chose to bring a shovel, paracord, multi-tool, fishing line and hooks, a 2-quart pot, snare wire, bow and arrows, and a sleeping bag. So he's the second person that chose a shovel. Okay, the 8th contestant is Paetz, 44 years old, from Frederick, Michigan. And he is a wilderness skill practitioner. All right, Dub, we'll see what he can do on this season. He chose a Swiss Army knife, a saw, an axe, a ferro rod, fishing line and hooks, snare wire, 2-quart pot, paracord, bow and arrow, and a sleeping bag. Old Dub, the wilderness skill practitioner, he brings a Swiss Army knife. All right, friends, the 9th contestant on the cast of season 11 Alone is another woman, Sarah Poynter, from Sarah Poynter. She's 48 years old, from Squintina, Alaska, and she's a fishing lodge owner. I think she's originally from Florida. All right, her 10 items: sleeping bag, paracord, 2-quart pot, ferro rod, snare wire, fishing line and hooks, bow and arrow, hatchet, saw, multi-tool. Pretty standard. And the 10th and final contestant on season 11 is Isaiah Tuck. He's 36 years old, from Ghent, West Virginia, and he's a game warden. His 10 items: sleeping bag, multi-tool, a pot, we don't know what kind, ferro rod, bow and arrow, fishing line and hooks, a third person that brought a shovel, paracord, snare wire, and a saw. All right, friends, let me give you some stats that I came up with after looking over the cast. The average age is 39.9. William Larkham Jr. is the oldest at 49 years old. Sarah Poynter, 48 years old. She's the second oldest. Now, friends, we have 3 people that brought shovels. William Larkham Jr. was the only individual that did not bring a bow and arrow. He brought a fish net. He's a fisherman by trade. 3 people brought fishing nets. 2 people decided not to bring a multi-tool. Dub and William. I can understand Dub because he's got that Swiss Army knife. That's pretty much a multi-tool. But William Larkham Jr., he decides not to bring a multi-tool, the fisherman. All right, friends, there you have it. That is the 10 contestants of this season's Alone. I'm super excited. The show kind of crept up on me, but I'll catch up. I'll get the recap out of the first show and some more information about where they are. All right. Please, before you leave, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, bang the bell icon. In the drop-down menu, do select all, friends. I'm going to be recapping the whole season. All right. I appreciate everything you do for the channel, all your views, all your likes, all your shares, but most importantly, all your comments. Friends, leave me a comment. Let me know who you think's going to win this one. We got 2 women, 8 men, average age 39.9, pretty young crew, friends. All right. Please, please don't depart from the faith. And if you haven't already, use your free will and give your life to Christ. He died on the cross for you. Jesus Christ loves you very much, friends. All right. As always, God is good. God is great. I see y'all on the next video. Already got a date.